I think it's failure to think that anybody can beat China. It's impossible. China is simply unbeatable. China will be as one of the two main parties of world politics.
Europe as well, no?
Europe is out of that concern. So they are back as they were, let's say, 500 years ago, because prior to the dominating period of the West, China was always the most ancient and most successful civilization. And now they are simply back. So we have to find a way how to live on the same globe. And for us, Westerners, we have to understand that there will be at least two suns on the sky.
插播一下，视频结尾有彩蛋，千万不要错过。本期视频的主人公是匈牙利总理奥尔班维克托，他是欧盟内部公认的刺头，是著名的反骨仔，也是唯一敢在欧盟内部公开挑战政治正确的人。先介绍一下背景啊，主持人是亚历山德罗·兰尼耶里，是意大利知名的政治学者、记者。他的这档访谈节目以深度剖析地缘政治，敢于打破政治正确而著称，所以他和奥尔班两个人在欧盟里面多少有点臭味相投的意思。简单介绍一下奥尔班，这哥们儿1998年首次当总理，2010年再次上台，直到今天已经连续干了十几年了，政治手腕可以说极其老辣。在内部，他通过修改宪法、控制媒体、重塑司法体系，把匈牙利变成了一个被欧盟称为选举威权主义的样板。西欧人骂他是欧洲的川普，经济学人说他破坏了民主，他们甚至公开支持匈牙利内部的反对派。但奥尔班照样连任，而且国内支持率始终稳定在50%以上。2022年大选更是横扫对手。匈牙利人为什么挺他？因为他真敢跟布鲁塞尔对着干，他拒收难民，否决涉华声明，顶着压力跟俄罗斯谈能源合作。他通过强调民族认同和国家主权凝聚共识，所以在匈牙利人眼里，他不是独裁者，是国家利益的守门人。所以不管西欧人怎么骂他，怎么给他使绊子，对匈牙利进行制裁、停资金，他照样在欧盟峰会上一个人否决一堆提案。在外交上，奥尔班堪称顶级的走钢丝专家，他有一条铁律，绝不押宝，绝不选边，谁家的好处他都要。这跟三哥有点像啊，但显然他比三哥的手段那要高明太多了。22年俄乌战争爆发，整个欧盟都在对莫斯科喊打喊杀，拼命制裁的时候，奥尔班是唯一一个敢和普京玩暧昧的欧盟领导人，一边称普京为大哥，另一边又跟川普称兄道弟。不仅如此，他还跟以色列、土耳其、塞尔维亚、伊朗等国家都保持着良好的合作关系，可以说在各路势力之间左右逢源，游刃有余。三哥，你就学去吧。好，话不多说，我们来看正片。
China's the nuclear energy which Europe destroyed, China's built it up, catching up to the US. Renewable energy, China's is scary how fast they're growing. Kind of links to my next question is, how should Europe place itself in that power struggle between those two countries, and how have you done it between Xi and Trump, or the US and China?
Okay, to think on that global context is not my job, again, because I should deal with the interest of Hungary. But if you ask me intellectually, how I see this new world situation, I think it's failure to think that anybody can beat China. It's impossible. So if you are thinking in a frame that there could be only one sun on the sky, we misunderstand the situation. China is simply unbeatable. China will be as one of the two main parties of world politics.
Europe as well, no?
Europe is out of that concern. So they will hear, they will present, they will influence the world. So the question for us, Westerners, how we can live with that situation. If we think that we can destroy them or beat them or something like that, we misunderstand the situation, because their energies and their culture is very, very strong. So they are back as they were, let's say, 500 years ago, because prior to the dominating period of the West, China was always the most ancient and most successful civilization. And now they are simply back. So we have to find a way how to live on the same globe. And for us, Westerners, we have to understand that there will be at least two suns on the sky. And okay, competition is part of that. On AI and technology and many things, trade. But competition is not the only element how we can imagine the future of the globe. Cooperation is also. And for us Westerners, we have to defend our interest. We have to defend our source of richness and wellness and happiness and political system. But at the same time, we have to understand that there will be another global player who has different values, different cultures, and very much competitive with us. And we have not just be competitive, but cooperative as well. That's not the job of the Hungarians, because it's scale counts. That belongs to the big guys, like United States. Europe is absolutely out of that.
Don't say that. Really? They can't get back if things change. Things are not changing fast enough, but isn't Iran war a wake-up call? Isn't that enough to say, wake up, guys? I spoke to a few MEPs and I always ask them, what happens behind the scenes? Why is there that inertia? It's bureaucracy. It's as simple as that. But I'm hoping Iran would shake up the bureaucrats to change their way.
There are, that's lead us too far away, but there are some components why we are not able to be the third player of this game. Is obvious. The first is, bureaucracy, you have said. Second, federalization of the European nations. It's not just the bureaucracy. Germans and French and others are in favor of that also, which totally against being competitive. A European empire could be never competitive, because the real energy in Europe is only coming from the nations. A kind of cooperation system of the nations, yes, can make us more competitive. An empire, which is headquartered in Brussels, destroy the basic source of the energy of Europe. So that's going on. The second one, 80 years in peace. Security was provided by the United States. That changed the mind of the people. So we need a new generation which understand that responsibility means responsibility for your own security. You can't live on the other money and other blood and other weapons, like United States. So we have to create a European security, strength and power to be responsible for our own security. But we have never done it. So mentally, our approach is not the right one to that at this moment. The third one, that's psychology. In the western part of Europe, they were never occupied by the Russians, so that's a different set of mentality. They think that Europe is always the nicest, the most clever, the most beautiful, morally always right, that kind of self-depicting, which is not anymore the case. Everybody else is just laughing at me, because we are not competitive, we are not as beautiful as we were. Migration destroy all this beauty of this country. You are not as peaceful as you were, because now terrorism is at home thanks to consequence of the migration. So Europeans, what the hell are you speaking about? Technology, you are not. I cannot mention one single branch of technology when we would have been ahead. This is not the case.
It's crazy.
So therefore, Europe has to rethink about his own mission. What are the values which are represented by him, and nobody else can do it? What is your exclusive mission? What you can give to the history of the human being in the future? And we don't have answers to that, especially because we have given up the original answer to that. Because we had an original answer to that. That was the Christian continent. And now the liberals has cut off the Christian roots. So now they don't have any answer what represented by the Europeans, which cannot be represented by somebody else. And because having no answer to this question, the self-awareness, self-esteem and all that kind of things disappearing. And if you don't have that as a person or as a nation, the consequences are the same. Going down, disappearing. It's a bad story at this point.
It is, again.
Wake up, possible wake up or not, nobody can answer that question, but should be done.
Please wake them up.
But
I love Europe.
I am absolutely optimistic and positive on Central Europe. So the Baltic states, Poland, Czech Republic, Slovaks, Hungarians, down Slovenians, Croats, Serbs, So I'm rather optimistic. So this middle Europe is very, very strong, mentally totally different. We never depicted ourselves as the western part of Europe did. The energy here is very strong. The people still have belief. They probably the personal belief is not as strong as it should be to the God, but to understand that Christianity is a set of teaching we have to follow. Whatever is your personal religious position, it's necessary to have. Yeah. And we have to preserve. So Central Europe is really ready to jump. Yeah. And I think in the next 10 years, it's about this region, which will be very much competitive and which will have a better reaction on the American politics than the Westerners, if we are able to reorganize our relation to Russia, because this is a problem that some countries of this region don't understand, that without making a business and deal with the Russians, we cannot be successful. Yeah. Because history has a different lesson we have got from Russia. So, but if we are able to behave rational on that subject, Central Europe will be fantastic.
好，视频看完了，我们来聊点有意思的。奥尔班在访谈里说，一个以布鲁塞尔为总部的欧洲帝国永远不可能有竞争力，因为欧洲真正的能量来自各个民族国家，不是来自欧盟委员会那帮技术官僚。奥尔班没有细说，我来帮他展开一下。第一，为什么奥尔班说欧盟官僚体系臃肿？道理很简单，竞争力需要活力，需要效率，需要问责。布鲁塞尔有3万波技术官僚，他们不需要对选民负责，不需要考虑各国产业的竞争力，没有问责制，干好干坏一个样，他们只要写文件、定标准、罚款。一个政策从提案到落地，要经过欧盟委员会、欧洲议会、欧洲理事会、各国议会，等到流程走完，中国的电池厂都在匈牙利建成投产了。奥尔班曾形容布鲁塞尔的官僚体系像惊慌失措的鸡，危机来了只会开会、发声明、成立工作组，然后就没有然后了。第二，为什么奥尔班说欧洲联邦化注定失败？因为欧盟说白了就是个大型合作社，大家都想从同一口锅里捞饭，但没人愿意真的出力。东欧每年拿几百亿结构资金，匈牙利就是尽受一股。南欧一天到晚哭穷，跟央行借钱过日子，反正有欧盟纾困。德国靠欧元拿最大顺差，法国用农业补贴农民，人人都在薅，只是姿势不同。但到了履行命令呢？布鲁塞尔说各国要把国防开支提升到 GDP 的 5%， 波兰倒是积极，2025年直接干到了 GDP 的 4.7%， 但德国防长却公开表示反对，他说 5% 太多了。西班牙说战争跟我没关系，所以我1分钱都不出。意大利说西班牙不出，那我也不出。最后搞得北约秘书长直接警告，不涨军费就去学俄语。然后呢？没有然后了。再比如财政纪律，欧盟规定各国政府赤字不得超过 GDP 的 3%， 债务不能超过 60%。结果呢？希腊债务占 GDP 超过 150%， 意大利超过 130%， 谁被罚了？没有人，因为德国和法国自己带头也超了。布鲁塞尔想当帝国政府，但他没有实权，他发的命令，成员国高兴就执行，不高兴就拖，再不行就耍赖。所以布鲁塞尔制定的决策，先是一个国家不执行，然后是2个国家、3个国家，最终大家都不执行。为什么奥尔班说要回到民族国家联合体的模式呢？因为民族国家的核心资产是认同。如果说把欧盟比喻成合作社，那民族国家联合体就是家庭联产承包责任制。波兰人愿意为波兰打仗，法国人愿意为法国的福利交税，德国人愿意为德国的出口拼命工作，这叫责任到户、利益到户。美国能搞联邦，因为它有一个美国梦，统一的语言，统一的文化底色，统一的国防认同。欧洲有什么呢？欧洲什么都没有，20多种语言，几十个民族，互相之间上千年的战争史，这能统一才怪。所以奥尔班想说的是，欧洲应该发挥各个民族国家的竞争力，德国的制造业，法国的荷兰，荷兰的农业，匈牙利的电池厂，像当年欧共体那样，是主权国家之间的务实合作，谈得拢就合作，谈不拢就各走各的。但布鲁塞尔想要什么？要统一税收，统一外交，统一军事，统一司法。每统一一项，民族国家的自主权就少1分，创造力就被磨掉1层。结果就是欧洲既成不了真正的联邦，又把原有的民族国家能量给阉割掉，高不成低不就，最后活成了一帮只想捞利益却不想承担任何责任的巨婴。好了，本期视频就到这里了。制作视频不易，如果您觉得做得不错，谢谢您动动手指，一键3连。如果您有什么想法或者建议，也可以在评论区告诉我，我都会看见。我们下期见。
I actually had a special guest that asked that I give him a phone call, and we'll see. Let's hope he actually answers. But this is going to be very embarrassing. All right.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Okay. Try one more time. I get a good signal here. It's ringing. It's progress. Hello, Mr. President. How are you?
Hi. Hey, JD, could you give me a second? I'm just... Wow, that's some... How do you have there, JD?
Mr. President, you are on with about 5,000 Hungarian patriots, and I think they love you even more than they love Viktor Orban.
Well, I can't believe that. I can't believe that because I love Hungary and I love that Viktor. I'll tell you, he's a fantastic man. We've had a tremendous relationship and he does a job. Remember this, he didn't allow people to storm your country and invade your country like other people have and ruin their countries, frankly. He's kept your country good. He's kept Hungarian people in your country. And he's done a fantastic job. And let me tell you, I like him a lot, but if I didn't think he did a good job, I wouldn't be making a call like this. But boy, that sounds like a big crowd, and that sounds like my kind of people. What a crowd. JD must have made a very good speech to get this kind of a response. I guess. How did JD do? Did he give a good speech, everybody?
It's very early, sir.
It's early. Okay, well, I just want to tell you, I'm a big fan of Viktor. I'm with him all the way. The United States is with him all the way. And it's a real honor to talk to you. You're really incredible people with great enthusiasm and brilliance, because you're brilliant people. And I really love it. You have a man that kept your country strong, and he kept your country good. And you don't have problems with all of the problems that so many other countries have because they let their countries be invaded. And you don't have that problem because of Viktor Orban. That's the only reason you don't have that problem. There was a lot of pressure on him to do it, and those other countries made big mistakes. So I wish you a lot of luck, and I love you all.
Thank you, Mr. President.